F it, we'll do it live.
But tiny.
This is 9K and Counting. Welcome to 9K and Counting. Today is April 5th, 2025, and this is day 9020 of my life. My name is JP, short for Jazzy Percussionist, and today we have our first viewer-suggested episode. I'm here to give my top 5 NPR Tiny Desk concerts. If you aren't aware, NPR, short for National Public Radio, has an ongoing series on YouTube spanning more than a decade, where they bring in an artist to perform a mini set of their music, most of the time with live instrumentation. The intimate setting and literal tiny nature of the set means that you'll often hear different renditions of the songs compared to the recording versions, and it's a really cool way to see how your favorite artists put a spin on their own music, and also a great way to discover new artists. By no means is this list the best Tiny Desk concerts, since music is obviously subjective, but just the videos that I go back to the most. Hope you enjoy and find something you haven't heard before. Starting off with a few honorable mentions, we'll start with Paramore. Paramore obviously needs no introduction, one of my favorite rock bands ever, and their Tiny Desk is really neat. There's really some funky renditions of tracks like Rock Bottom and Fake Happy, and a beautiful version of their song 26, where singer Hayley Williams is singing a letter to her younger self. I always loved Paramore's harder music, especially from their first couple albums, but this mix of songs has me coming back a bunch recently. Honorable mention number 2, Big Daddy Kane. Now, some of my viewers on Twitch and TikTok might call me Unk, but even I was not around when rapper Big Daddy Kane was in his prime in the 1980s. However, when I heard his Tiny Desk concert from 2018, the mix of jazz backing and his insanely charismatic performance had me hooked. With an insane performance of Smooth Operator, Big Daddy Kane absolutely floats through his 19-minute performance, also letting his band members pop off with phenomenal solos throughout. Just put this on while you're doing dishes or cleaning up and you'll be grooving through the whole show. Absolute banger. Honorable mention number 3, Doechii. When I first heard Doechii's breakthrough and Grammy-winning album, Alligator Bites Never Heal, I never said, this would sound great with jazz backing tracks. But then Doechii said, shut up, nerd! Listen to this Tiny Desk concert, it's great. With nearly a dozen insanely talented black women backing her, Doechii floats on jazz, rock, and even southern praise backing music as she performs nearly half her album, and even dipping into some of her older music near the end. Her performance here really sold me as her being one of the next generation of truly great artists, and I can't wait to see where she goes next with her career. And my last honorable mention, Leve, or Laufey, however you might pronounce it. If you haven't gone for a walk in the fall while listening to Leve's music, have you really felt melancholy? Ever since I first heard her music in the fall of 2023, I've been hooked. It was almost fate that this came out months after I found her, as Leve perfectly fits in with the string quartet she brought to NPR, and my ass was crying the whole time when she started singing Promise. If you need to feel all kinds of emotions, definitely check out this show. Okay, now we are officially on to my top 5 Tiny Desk concerts. Number 5, JID. Probably my second favorite rapper of all time. I've been listening to JID for more than 8 years now, but when he appeared on NPR, I was not prepared for the vocals that he brought to the desk. He performs a bunch of tracks off his album The Forever Story and absolutely kills it, and across the board, his performance continues to hurt me. Since I had a chance to see him live in a super small venue in 2018 in my hometown, and I didn't go, and I hate myself. Anyways, his vocals in tracks like Cody Blue 31 really bring it home for me. It's some of his most vulnerable songs, and he really brings it in this set. Number 4, Amine. Amine is an artist that I feel is always criminally underrated. Ever since I heard his single Caroline, I saw Amine as an artist that continuously produced music that's both charismatic and at times extremely vulnerable. And his vibe in this Tiny Desk concert is super fun, and the way he transitions from Spice Girl to a new version of Caroline really shows the best of his music. The craziest thing is that since this performance, Amine has actually released a couple albums that are even better than the music that he performed here. So please check out the album Limbo by Amine if you like any of his Tiny Desk stuff. It's really good. Number 3, Tyler, the Creator. Tyler, the Creator has always been known as an amazing live performer to anyone that's seen him in concert, and there's nothing different about this Tiny Desk concert. This was the first nighttime performance in the history of the show, as he wanted to set the lights himself, and you can see it in the video. It's got these brilliant hues of pink and orange and blue and red. It's gorgeous. And also the vocalists he brought on were absolutely amazing. They performed a 3-pack of tracks from his album Flower Boy and improv'd over all the beats, had the whole crowd singing along, and I think the live rendition of See You Again from the set is up there with anything that Tyler's put out. Such an incredibly creative set from an insanely creative individual. I cannot suggest this. This is one of the ones that I want you to go watch as well as listen. It's amazing. Number 2, we have Anderson .Paak. If you watched previous episodes of this show, you knew that this was coming. As one of the introductions to Anderson .Paak, which I consider probably my favorite artist, this had to be up there, right? Right off rip, someone playing both the drums and singing and rapping over the tracks is ridiculous. Look, I can play multiple instruments, not very well, but there's no chance I can keep the beat, play drum fills, and sing on time and rap the entire time in a concert. Paak is truly a different breed, and the fact that he has his own band, the Free Nationals, comprised of his longtime friends, performing with him at the show just shows the chemistry and a tightness to the pockets in the songs that very few other artists would have in a live show like this. The man with the whitest teeth in the game kills it here, and then they even take a request, just showing that they're just built like that. They can take a song that they did not prep at all and play it like it was nothing. The raw talent in this set alone still boggles my mind, and I'm still going back to listen to it every week or so, 8 years after I first saw it. But with all that talk, how can a show be above Anderson .Paak if I consider him one of my favorite artists? And that is because The Roots' Tiny Desk concert featuring Bilal might be my favorite live performance ever. While most people probably recognize The Roots' name as the house band of Jimmy Fallon, they have been consistently considered one of the greatest hip-hop bands of all time since they began in 1987, with member Questlove directing the amazing group of musicians that they brought along here, while also killing it on the drums, and then rapper Black Thought delivering insanely intricate and socially conscious bars. You'll forget that this performance is one song and it's over 12 minutes long. Oh, and also legendary singer Bilal crushes with his vocals. Altogether, you have a ridiculously tight performance that I actually can't believe is something that's free to just watch on the internet whenever you want. And honestly, if you take nothing else from this episode, go listen to that performance. You won't be disappointed. And that's that. Those are my top 5, I guess top 8 Tiny Desk concerts right now. Which ones did I miss? Let me know in the comments. And maybe we'll do another list. Who knows? As always, let's end this episode with a quote. This one coming from The Roots' own rapper, Black Thought. I think the true artist, musician, dancer, writer, actor, a true artist is able to sort of articulate pain and tragedy in a way that sort of expresses what the listener or the beholder may have been feeling, but was less able to communicate. Here's to getting another day older. See ya!